action.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Good evening to you and welcome along to the fastest aviation show on YouTube. Of course, it's my good self, Stu Bear, with Airshow World. Coming up for the next 60 minutes, it is absolute non-stop. So much to fit in, and to start things off, look at this. We've got an absolute monster. Here it is. Arrival day. This was for this C5 Galaxy at Royal International Air Tattoo. So that was just from a few weeks ago, but we're going to see a departure of one of these, but from many years ago. And of course, as always, great to see so many people in the chat room, and of course we'll give you a mention very, very soon. Oh, the roar of those engines.
Can I have a leader vehicle up to that Puma, please, take from south.
Tony Prince!
That's me. How you doing? This is your royal ruler, Tony Prince, and hi there. I'm at United DJs Radio, and you're watching the Airshow World with Stu Bear. Come fly with me sometime right here.
United DJs!
You certainly are watching Airshow World, and here's a couple more from Royal International Air Tattoo. Couple of my favourites. With these absolutely wonderful Pakistan Air Force. Boy oh boy, they turned up in force, didn't they, this year? Look at this. And of course, as always, great to see so many people in the chat room. And Marcus Camfield, a very good evening to you. And we've got Alex, aka Black Cat, Becky Davis, hello to you as well. Andrew C, UHN 100. Radio Nigel, hi to you as well. Gary Inge. Hello to Pia Tor, how the devil are you? Robert Feely, my main man, how the devil are you, mate? Good to see you. Mark Riches is also in the chat room. Denise Boyd Martinez, aye to you as well. Corbett, hello. UHM 100, that's Andy. And of course, if I've missed anybody out, just put a message in the chat, say, hey Stu, say hello. Don't forget, this is our last show for a couple of weeks because I'm going to be going out and about doing what we do the best. Also taking in a couple of air shows as well, so but of course, you never know. We could pop up anywhere.
Tower leader 8 plus 3, vacated runway 27. Leader 8 plus 3, thank you. Leader 9, course Thunder 4, repeat, runway 27. Leader 9, thank you, back to ground 121.180, Thunder 4, ground 121.180. 121.180, Thunder 4.
Absolutely stunning. Pakistan Air Force, as I said, certainly were in force at the Royal International Air Tattoo this year. Well, keep those messages coming in. Time to go quiet. It's the Vulcan.
Slimline view of this aircraft. And just to show as she approaches this time, she doesn't always have to make a lot of noise. She tiptoes up on you. You don't realize she's there. And you look up and see what the Americans call the aluminum overcast, as the sky goes dark when she flies over. As she comes back in towards us this time from half right, this is when they'll be opening the bomb doors, so please be ready to wave. I'll give you the word. Of course, the conditions are absolutely perfect for this because the light here is lovely with this beautiful blue sky and the puffy white clouds. How different from this morning. How lucky we are when the weather situation suddenly improves. Long display line, further down. Long doors opening. That's the amazing, thank you very much by the way, that's the amazing huge bomb bay that carried the 21,000 pounds of bombs, 21,000 pound bombs down to the Vulcan Islands. That amazing record-breaking trip at the time in 1982, it was the longest bombing raid in history. It's as far from here to Santiago in Chile, and it involved the whole of the Royal Air Force's air refueling capabilities with Victors and other Vulcans involved. But they got all the way there and back, and they dropped those 21 1,000-pound bombs on the runway at Port Stanley. They hit the runway with 2 of them. Now, you might not think that's a very good proportion to be successful with, but these were Second World War dumb bombs, no guided bombs there. So if you wanted to be sure of hitting a target, you had to drop a lot of bombs, and you hoped that some of them would hit, and 2 did, and that was what was required. Bomb doors should be closing as she comes around this time, but you just get the last look at the size of that bomb bay. And Phil Davies in the AEO seat at the back is just about to operate the switch, and there it is. It's almost flat. It's one of the things you can sign up for down at the Vulcan page. There's a whole plaque in there with lots of people's names on it who get to fly around in the Vulcan. And there, as you see her going away, once again you get that slimline look. One of the reasons she turned out to be stealthy, I discovered the other day, and it's been proved that she is, because in the red flag exercises with the Americans, they found it very difficult to pick her up on radar despite her size. And one of the reasons it turned out to be stealthy is because she's curved, lots of curves on her and no vertical surfaces, and that's what the P2 is the same. And of course the great Roy Chadwick, who designed this aircraft in 1946, and it first flew in 1952, so it was only 11 years after he first flown the Lancaster, yet they might be in different centuries, these 2 airplanes. And of course I don't think he can possibly have known about stealth, but somehow he just managed to get it right. I think he's going to make a noise. One little shadow over the sheds on the far side of the airfield. Triangular shape. Well, not quite as much noise as I thought this time. He should be going into a spiral climb. If you're looking at her through binoculars, you may see that the air brakes are out. That's the air brakes, they stick out top and bottom of the wings. Actually, he may have decided not to do the spiral climb. But when he does that, they stick the air brakes out, because if he doesn't, she'll be up to 10,000 feet before you know where she is. But perhaps no spiral climb today, we shall see. We were saying earlier that we're hoping she's going to be around for next year. I can see the air brakes out now, because she's going to, we hope, take part
Wow, isn't that absolutely breathtaking? How lucky we were that the Vulcan came back.
homesick angel.
And in the chat room, got to say hi to Dick and McVitie and Marcus Camfield. Oh yeah, Bounty bars, order of the day. Keep them in the fridge. Definitely at the moment.
Now, because she's
Also hi
Vulcan,
to
Roger, clear to
Christina.
land runway 27. The surface wind is 250 knots.
Clear land, clear down.
I'll say that one again in case you didn't hear it. Hi to Christina. Always good to see you as well. And don't forget, get those hearts going in the chat room. Doesn't look quite the same without the hearts. Get them going. Just click them. Matt Cat Lady, how lovely to see you.
as the main wheels touch down.
Wow.
Just holding her off.
Wasn't that a brilliant display?
Very smooth landing.
Of all the times I've filmed the Vulcan, I think the one you've just seen was my favourite.
The nose wheels off the ground.
Looking
Slowing down,
beautiful.
looking like some great enormous prehistoric creature. How beautiful. How absolutely spectacular.
And as I'm sure if you saw the Vulcan, of course you remember, the crowd just went absolutely quiet. Just stood in amazement. Beautiful aircraft.
Hello! It's the D-Day Darlings here, and we are at East Kirkby Airshow. We're about to go on and sing. It's a wonderful day. You're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
And if you want to see the D-Day Darlings, that is where they're going to be next week. You can see it, Little Granston Airshow, and just look, we're going to flick through the list. They've got a Douglas A26. Also, they've got a Yak Hawker Hunter. Oh, sorry, Hawker Hurricane, the Waco, and the list just goes on and on and on. Just look at this. It is going to be a brilliant air show. And, of course, the Global Stars and lots more. And talking of one of those very aircraft, here it is, the Waco. And this particular aircraft, it's owned by a very good friend of mine, Nigel, and this is beautiful. And some of his video footage coming up. And here we are in cockpit. Looking at the Waco, actually flying over Little Granston. If you haven't got your tickets, you've just got a couple of days left to be able to get the early bird price. After Sunday, the price goes up just a little bit. But hey, what the heck? All the profits go to charity, go to children in need. And this very aircraft will be flying together with the list that I showed you a few moments ago. And no doubt, a few surprises as well. So Marcus, certainly looking forward to seeing you at the air show a week on Sunday.
2nd Airborne 505th RCT. Welcome to Airshow World with Stu Bear.
Oh, thank you very much. And the weekend after that, you can see the date, 29th.
Captain Jack, meet me down by the railroad track. Put that woman in my hand. I'm gonna be a whoring man. I'm gonna be a whoring man.
Yes, it's going to be the victory show. And of course, we're going to be there as well. Well, fingers crossed anyway. So, let's find out exactly where this location is in South Leicestershire. And the location for it is Cosby, South Leicestershire. That little shot there, that's the actual campsite that people go on. Well, we thought the Vulcan was loud, and this is even louder. From the Waddington Airshow, it's the Draken. Well, I certainly hope your speakers are surviving after that. The Draken, absolutely brilliant. Okay, Marcus Camfield, you asked for this, and it's coming up for you right now. The Indian Air Force Su-30s. for you right now on Stu Bear's Airshow World. It's time to go way back in time with classic air shows. And on classic air shows this week, it's Mildenhall. It's not actually the air show, it's the departure day. Courtesy of my very good friend, James Fennelly. And doing a quick mention for anybody that watches this back on a replay. I know quite a few people do, so a very, very good evening to you. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good night, wherever and whatever time it is you're watching. Also saying hi to Marion Lane. And we have R. Green here on the chat.
Advisor ready to copy.
One is ready to copy.
Bridge 46011, Departmental Hall, VR radar vector. We're heading, climb and maintain 2000. Frequencies will be 242.07 or 137.2. Expect your squawk on taxi.
So what is going to appear?
Diamond 07, Roger, taxi to runway 11, westbound on taxiway, bro.
Here we go, I'll do something for you, my man. Wonderful aircraft, Starlifter. Used to love to see those. And of course, I absolutely love Mildenhall. I'm hoping to go to Mildenhall in, in September. If I'm well enough, I will try to do a little bit of live evening footage, but we'll just have to see how we go. I might just go and chill out. Yeah, a big round of applause to you as well there, Robert Feely, watching the show tonight. Always good to see you. Now the question is, are you going to any shows in the very near future, Rob? Let me think. Maybe the Victory Show? And coming up right now on Airshow World, it's that time of the show to find out what some of the Airshow World followers have been doing. And I'm absolutely so proud to be able to show you these photographs from one of the world's best aviation photographers. It's from Case. Look at these. We show his quite often, and these are the very latest batch. Departure day. Royal International Air Tattoo 2025. And there's a lot more where they came from. Keep tuned.
You have full display top height, 8,300 feet. Excellent. Roger. Continuing, if you could just can you update on the F-16? I'm visual with them at the moment.
And also a good evening to Denise Boyd Martinez.
Avoid the crowd if you can. Please take the chute off the runway with you. Marshall, go. Coming round.
Wonderful F-16.
Hello, my name is Matt Allwright from The One Show and Morning Live, Watchdog, Road Traders, all that stuff. And you're watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
And this is the part of the show we call this Classic Cuts. If you want to see the full version, as it says, they're all on Airshow World. Don't forget, in the chat room, keep those hearts flowing.
Leading, Mark Fitzgerald and number 2. Just to present you with a photo opportunity for the other side of the aircraft. If you want to take the canopy up now, you can get your photo.
Depart as briefed, climb to 8,000 feet to Barnsley 1024. What type of service do you require?
Level 8,1024.
So what did you think to those photographs from Case? They're absolutely amazing, aren't they? Well, it's great to see you back there, Jeff, so thank you for joining us tonight.
Wellington ground, Gripen after landing on Norfolk entry.
Gripen Wellington ground, taxi back, report shutting down.
Taxi back to airport. ground, hold position.
And of course, the full version of all of these videos, they're all on Airshow World.
To ground, alcohol frequency after aquatic. Okay, gotcha. Taxi back, report master in sight.
And at the moment, I've got something like 1,500 different videos on there, so enough to keep you satisfied forever. Of course, don't forget our other YouTube channel as well, and of course that is the Travelling Bear with Stu Bear. And we've got some absolutely stunning videos that we're putting together at the moment, and there's one's being added all the time, so follow us on there. But coming up right now, it's what we call hover time with the F-35B. Well, there's certainly been a lot of noise on the show tonight, but we're going to change the mood slightly with some wonderful sounding aircraft. You're going to love this. Turn up the speakers for the Merlins.
Tower, can you tell me where the Spitfire is, Mustang?
Spitfire's on the ground, Mustang. You can position towards final. There's a tutor high crossing the extended centre line now.
And Mustang turning right, final, geared up.
Spitfire, and you can taxi into your parking space.
Wasn't that an amazing sound? With the Spitfire and, of course, the Mustang.
You're actually on the...
Coming up for you right now. This is equally fantastic. It really is.
To Roger and...
We've got a double of this as well.
If you give way to the...
Starting off with the RAF Tornado, what they used to call the roll demo. We're going to see one from Royal International 802, and then we'll go to the one from Waddington. So see which one you like the best. Here we go.
Low altitude to provide a shock effect on the ground and hopefully disperse any enemy forces.
Jet back in, we'll then do all the other procedure on the safety points back at the hotel. Okay.
Final tactical part.
Use the booster power. Nine.
First ground, hello again, follow leader beacon number 6. He'll initially be holding you abeam the Breitling hangar.
Following leader 6, Vulcan.
Leader 6, did you copy that?
Copied, holding him beam the Breitling hangar.
That's great.
Right, full stop.
Surface wind 26020 knots.
Set land, Daily.
Vulcan, squawk 7004. Vulcan, hold position and monitor tower, monitor on 124.8.
The left-hand seat, and alongside him, Phil O'Dell, famous Rolls-Royce chief test pilot, and also Vulcan pilot extraordinaire, Pod as he's known. And in the back seat, the AEO, actually we've got two of them on board today. Just watch the tornadoes landing. So, say two AEOs, air electronic
So the RAF roll demo from Royal International 802 at Fairford. And with a little bit of luck, we should have the version from Waddington coming up in just a moment. Oh, please, you're enjoying those radio comms there, Gary. I tell you, they took a long time when I edited this to get them all synchronized. Here we go.
Ground Ascot 734, please. Ascot 734, one to ground, taxi back to this vessel, report. Marshal's in sight, shutting down, you're parking on bay 24. Marshal, private.
As poker formation overfly the target area, the explosion was simulating a friendly forces armoured vehicle taking a direct... Vehicle has now been struck, and the ground commander requests that the exact in-base positions are pinpointed.
1 minute. Focus. Warrington Tower, clear takeoff and display, wind 2301.
Well, it's always great to see you there, Brad, and thank you for joining us. And I hope you enjoyed that walk in this beautiful weather.
With the Navy and Marines.
And of course, one of my favourite locations. You just saw the Lancaster from Shuttleworth. And now, here is this R4D. Oh, beautiful. And my favourite time of year as well, filmed back in May.
The R4D will be parking up at the far left-hand end of the crowd line.
And Marcus, boy oh boy, we had a great time, didn't we, on this air show. And we're going to stay with Shuttleworth for just a moment and a very, very special display. Of course, you see the DH-88 Comet in formation with the F-86 Sabre. Well, Marcus, certainly looking forward to seeing you a week on Sunday. And quick question for you, are you going to Duxford at all?
And that aircraft made its maiden flight on the first day of October 1947, and it's been suggested by some that its test pilot, George Welch, broke the sound barrier in that aeroplane that very day, which was 13 days before Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier in the Bell X-1. Yes, and the rightness of that configuration was proved by the fourth production F-86, which definitively broke the outright world airspeed record, with Major Richard Johnson at the controls in September 1948, reaching 570 miles an hour. The original role of the Sabre was to defend American territory from Soviet bombers, but when the communist side started operating the swept-wing Mikoyan MiG-15 in the Korean War, all of that changed, and so it was vital to deploy Sabres to the Korean theatre to hopefully take over from the Piston fighters and the Lockheed F-80 Shooting Star jets that were already there.
Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get yourself 15% off every single order. Just use the code AIRSHOW, AIRSHOW. It's all uppercase, and the link is underneath the video right now. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. It certainly is the best tea and coffee in the world with Airshow World. Well, how the devil are you? Very quick look at a few things in the chat room. What does Marga say? He's not sure if he's going to that one. Well, hey, we'll have a chat when I see you a week on Sunday. Well, thanks to everybody that's been watching the show tonight, whether you're watching it live right now on this Friday night just after 8 o'clock, or if you're watching it on a replay. But quick mention to a couple of people before I love you and leave you, and I tell you what, we do love you. Brad, hi, thank you for joining us. UHM 100, well, what can I say? You are the main man. It's always good to see you there, Andy, and I hope you are keeping well. I do. Yay. Hey, when we're next back in a couple of weeks or 3 weeks, I'm not sure when we're actually back. It just depends on how we are, okay? So, not 100% at the moment, so we're going to have a bit of a break for a few weeks, but we're still going to be doing air shows. But yes, we will see. Should be back in either 2 or 3 weeks' time. But Denise, oh, look at that. We love the flower as well. You've got about 15 seconds to get the last message in. Christina, good grief, Christina. Always great to see you. And Andy, a few weeks ago, reminded me. Yeah, I said, now, who sung that? Of course, it was Chicory Tip. Who else could we say hi and bye to? Well, of course, Gary Inge. And enjoy next week when you go down to Lakenheath. Becky Davis, good to see you as well. Mark Riches, Andrew C. If I have missed you out tonight, I'll give myself a slap wrist and I'll enjoy it as well. Robert Feely, I'm sure we'll see you very, very soon. My little rucksack is getting fed up of carrying that hard drive about. We need to let you have that back. And you'll love the videos that I've got on there for you. Well, that's it for the Friday night. I'll see you in a few weeks' time, or if you're going to be at Little Gransden, or indeed the Victory Show and or Duxford in September. We've got our fingers crossed for that one. Okay, until next time, have yourself a great weekend, enjoy the weather, and we're going to love you and leave you. We'll see you very, very soon. From my good self, Stu Bear with the fastest aviation show on YouTube. We'll see you very, very soon. Thank you and a big special good night.